In the heart of Cane Country, industry leaders, government officials, and international partners came together to discuss the future of the industry. The BACSuF project is being implemented by the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center 5Cs with a $25 million grant funding from the Green Climate Fund (GCF). Its aim is to help farmers adapt to a changing climate.
This project is funded by the GCF with grant funding, 25 million, 13 million co-financing. And it's meant to focus on the farmers and making sure access to the farmers is met. So how the project was designed and structured, it's the GCF comes in and de-risks the investment. So in the project, we actually fund the mechanism to give the seeds to the farmers so that risk is alleviated and they get the funding for the seeds to begin that process. And also the training is encompassed within that, and not only just the seed provision and the training, but to create that market mechanism and to make sure that the process is climate smart so that there's continuity after the project, which is about 5 years.
The GCF supports climate adaptation and mitigation projects across developing countries, and representatives say BACSuF underscores that mission by targeting one of Belize's most climate vulnerable industries. Project manager Daryl Ardinet explained that the initiative rests on 3 main pillars.
Right now, the industry is about 70% of one variety. So what that means is that we're dependent on one variety being successful. That component of the project is the main one. What we're looking is from a menu of 11 varieties, we want to be able to replant 10,000 acres. That would allow us to have diversity within the industry. And as you know, diversity means that you have a better sustainability within an industry. That's one of the objectives. The second objective is looking at introducing irrigation and soil management, very critical components to any industry. The sugarcane industry is a rain-fed industry, and so what that means is that we're dependent on the rains. What we want to do is to introduce new technology, irrigation systems that would allow us to be more predictable in terms of the growth process. Soil health is another important element under that component, and so we need to rejuvenate our soils, because generations upon generations of cane farmers have been planting on the same soils, and so the idea of this component is to add biologicals, rejuvenate the soils, and then the last component of it is a major component. It's looking at the transformation of the industry from both a technological standpoint but in terms of practice, agronomic practice.
Ryan Zuniga, Senior Project Coordinator at 5Cs, spearheaded the proposal. He says success will be measured not only by acreage replanted, but by improved yields, stronger farmer incomes, and long-term resilience against droughts and floods.
As the executing entity, the 5Cs ensure that all the deliverables and output of the project are realized. So the project has several investment activities, and so the 5Cs work with other partners to ensure that that comes to fruition on the ground.
How will you all ensure that the farmers on the ground, the most vulnerable, are the ones who benefit?
That's a very good question. So this project was developed by the farmers for the farmers. So the entire design of the project took into consideration how we could ensure that the farmers benefited fully from the investment. So for example, what we saw today was the varieties. These varieties were developed so that the farmers are able to have seeds actually free of charge. So these seeds are going to be paid for by the project and used as a method to subsidize the replanting costs of the farmers.
Minister of State in the Ministry of Economic Transformation, Dr. Osman Martinez, says oversight and additional support mechanisms will be rolled out simultaneously with the BACSuF project.
What we are looking at, or what has been approved by Cabinet, is $120 million Belize for the next 5 years, so as to help with farmers' debt. So the farmers are highly indebted, so there is very limited to no cash flow whereby they can continue to invest into the industry. The second point is replanting. While 40% of the industry will enjoy that replanting under this program, we also have issues that we have 60% that we will need to continue to facilitate through a loan system to the farmers whereby they can continue to do replanting.
The hope is that by combining international climate financing with local expertise and farmer participation, the BACSuF project will not only safeguard Belize's sugar industry, but future-proof it. Shane Williams reporting for News 5.